told you I was stereotyping, but look, watch this. She said, says Chen, who switched to computer science from biochemistry halfway through her undergraduate studies at UCal Davis after she got into computers early in the pandemic. Tech appealed to her because it seems like a stable and full of opportunity, and because she wanted to be done with school after completing her bachelor's degree. For Chen, she was a first generation college student. Okay. The guilt of being dependent on her parents after graduation has been very awful, despite how supportive they are. They encourage her to follow in the footsteps of friends who are pursuing more advanced degrees to better their chances on the job market, but she is wary about spending more time and money on school. So, a lot of times, like that first default response when the degree you have doesn't give you the job you want is to go get another degree and assume that will get you a better job. I'm not going to say that doesn't work anymore because I still would need to look at the data. I can tell you that's a natural reaction. A lot of folks do that. I don't know if that's going to work in this economy so much. I'm not saying that it's not going to work. I'm just saying that right now, with AI being so new and different, nobody knows what's going to work. Nobody knows what direction this economy is really going to go. People can guess, but they don't know. All right, so here this says Chen is among the growing number of graduates facing a bumpy transition to professional life as they contend with one of the toughest job markets in years for people in their 20s. The unemployment rate for college grads aged 22 to 27 jumped to 5.3% in the past 6 months, ending in May, up from 4.4% for the same period a year earlier, according to what the Washington Post. Let's see here. College graduates at that age group usually have a lower unemployment rate than workers without degrees, but their advantage now is as small as it's been at any point since 1994. So what does that mean? That means that the unemployment rate, the gap between college grads and non-college grads, it has shrank. So there are people that have no degree that are doing as well as people that have a degree, at least when it comes to employment rate. Now, I don't think they're doing as well when it comes to income. So remember, income matters as well. But in terms of probability of getting a job, it seems to me that this educational gap that we're aiming for doesn't exist like it used to. I don't think that this means that college education is a bad thing. I don't think it means that going to school is for suckers. I think it means that going to school is something that has to be done strategically in order for it to work. Again, I'm a college professor. I'm all about college. I love college. We're sending one of ours to Tuskegee this year, and I'm happy to do that. And so don't think I'm ever going to tell you that college is a bad thing. It's really the strategic use of education that matters. And it's also knowing that there's a difference between being educated and just going to school, right? There are a lot of people who go to school who are not educated at all. Also, there's a difference between education and knowledge, a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Going to school means you went into some building somewhere, you sat in some classes, and you took notes and you passed the test. That doesn't mean you were educated. I know a lot of people who have a lot of degrees who are not educated at all. To be honest with you, they went to school a long time, didn't really learn a whole lot. Education, in my view, means you actually learn something, and more importantly, it means you picked up relevant skills that are going to help you to achieve a goal. Education should not be done looking forward. You do it looking backward. You start at the end, you look backward. They call that dynamic optimization in mathematics. Dynamic optimization means I say, what is it that I'm trying to become? What do I need? What do I want to learn how to do? And then I figure out what training is going to get me to where I need to be. Right. And the thing about education is you can get that anywhere.